Hey, what's up, guys? It's Les here again. I hope you guys have an amazing day and everything's going good. Today's a cloudy day, which is a good day, for some of us, for others, it's not. But let's try to make it positive and be good. So, I just want to start off today by talking about just a cool dream that I had like a few years back. And this dream is just, man, this dream was beautiful. And I just want to talk about it now because why not, since I'm starting this videos and I get to talk a little bit of just some stuff and just some experiences of things. So this dream started off it started off cool. It was with I was like in this palace, and this palace was it was huge. It was huge. And I'm just right there, and I don't know, I see huge people walking. They were huge. There was like giants, and they were like walking in this palace. And this palace was made out of gold, but this gold was like see-through gold. So it was really cool. I was just looking around, and I'm like, what am I doing here? And then as I'm looking, there's these two giants that are like almost passing by my way, like coming by me. And as you know that when you're these people were giants, and to me, I seen them walking in slow motion because as I was looking at them, their steps were like slow motion. It's like an ant. You know when you're an ant, how they see us walking in slow motion because we're huge, we're giants. That's how I was. I was like an ant to them, and I was just looking up, and I was like, man. And as I was looking up at them, they were looking up down at me like, what is this guy doing here? Like, what is he doing here? And I was just wondering too. I was wondering the same thing, but they weren't communicating with each other like through mouth. It was all through like um through mind. So it was like they looked at me and they didn't talk to me at all. They I could just feel their thoughts. They were telling me like, "Oh, what is this guy doing here?" It was two of them, and these guys, they were everyone there, all these giants that were there had their own crowns. They all had their own unique crown. All of them, everyone there had their own unique crown. It was pretty cool because I was like, man, like like this was it was cool to see. I was still wondering like, what am I doing here? What is this about? Or like, it was really vivid. It was one of those dreams that you could move around and you could feel and you could look. So I'm just like looking around, and these people, these giants were looking down at me like, what is this guy doing? And as I'm wondering, they're passing by, and like I said, they had some uh their own unique crowns. Even each person there had their own unique crowns, and they're wearing robes like the three kings. I don't know if you know the three kings of the right before the story of when Jesus was about to be born. These three I think it was three kings that they followed the star, and I'm not really familiar with the story yet. I'm still getting used to it, or my memory. I'm kind of getting to remember, but they were dressed like that, which was cool. They were dressed like kings with long like robes, and I'm just like looking around. There was these staircases going somewhere, but I didn't really get to like visualize it. But as I'm wondering, I'm still wondering like, what am I doing here? These giants are passing by me, and they're like wondering why I'm here. I'm wondering why I'm here, and as that happens, out of nowhere, a dragon comes out of like the staircase, and like it's just going like it's moving like those Chinese dragons. You know how it is, those Chinese dragons. But this dragon is made out of water, and I could see that it's made out of water. And as I was going right there, and I could see it coming around, it's saying like, "You have traveled too far." And I'm just like, wait, what? Is he like in my head? I was probably like, is he talking to me? But obviously, he was telling me because it's my dream, and he's just telling me like that I have traveled too far and it's coming around, and I'm just wondering still like, man, what the heck was going on? And this dragon comes and he eats me, and I'm in the dragon, and it says it's made out of water. I'm over here drowning. I'm over here drowning and stuff. I'm like, what am I, like, man, I'm drowning, and this dragon's just going. I'm in it, and it grabs me and it tells me basically that I traveled too far, that I have traveled too far, that whatever I needed to see, it was time to, okay, there, like you seen what I wanted you to see. And then it just throws me like in a sewer, and the sewer was made out of bricks, like you know how the castles back in their days, they had like it was made out of concrete. It was like a sewer, but a circle sewer made out of concrete, and it had square. It's just, I was thrown into that, and there, like, and then it was water, like a like I was like in a slide, but it was like a draining sewer, like a sewer. And I there, like, it threw me out of there. And man, I was just shocked. I was like, what was that dream about? Like the whole time, I was like, what was this dream about, you know? Like, what did it mean? That I still remember it to this day. I still remember it perfectly. I still remember that dream. And never, there's a lot of dreams that I don't remember, but there's a lot of dreams that I do remember. And they were years ago. And I think it's time I think it's time to talk about them now. And it's crazy because at that time I wasn't into God. I would go to church here and there, but I would never read the Bible. I barely started reading the Bible like this year, and like truly actually getting to read the Bible. So it shocks me to say that, man, I did not know that in Revelations. So it talks in Revelations 21 through 22, talks about a new heaven. And when I was reading that Revelations like a year ago, I read it, and I read it, and those things that is said in the Bible, that's what I had a dream about. So this whole time, what I had a dream about years ago was in the Bible the whole time, that I did not know this. And I was like, what the, it got so much to my head, and it was so powerful to me this year, that I just found out that it was in the Bible the whole time, and I never took time to actually read about it. That I went on my Gmail, I went on my IG bio, and I put that verse, Revelations 21 to 22. And let me just tell you a part of where it says, it says, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw a holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, now the dwelling of God with man, and he will live with them. They will be his people, of God himself will be with them, and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the order of things have passed away. Man, it just, this dream was so like vivid, that I really took it to the heart, that I'm like, man, God, like, could this be a sign that I'm not saying that this, it could have been, or I could be, like, I was dreaming. Obviously it could mean a lot of things, but what I feel like I dreamed about, and I feel like I got a peek of heaven, and how heaven is. But I did not see there was so much things going on, and that I was in shock, and I was just wondering though I don't remember everything exactly, but what just makes me so happy, and just like it kind of gives me like, man, wow, I had this dream years ago, and I'm barely finding out this year that this whole time, that dream that I had years ago was in the Bible. And so much, it hit me so much, that I had to put it in my bio. And that was way before I gave my life to God. That was way before I got baptized. And that was way before I felt the Holy Spirit come in me. So it just makes me happy that I could finally talk about this. Wow, it's so beautiful. Like, it's just so amazing how God works, and how things could be. Maybe I was in a heaven. Maybe he gave me a peek of how it's going to look. Everyone's gonna have their own unique crown. Everyone, wow, like I'm just like so happy that I seen that, because I don't know if you guys know, if you go and look at my Bible, I have Revelations 21 to 22, and that was this year. Way before I got baptized, way before I gave my life to Christ, way before I even started going really to church, and before I stopped drinking. And that's because I put it on there, because I found out that it was in the Bible this whole time. And it took me barely this year to read the Bible and go through it. And I was reading all through Revelations, and then I see that my dream I had years ago was in the Bible, and I never read the Bible. Look, guys, I cannot make this up. If you guys believe it, then you guys believe me, and if you guys don't, you guys don't. I got nothing to lie about, especially on these things. God sees me, and He knows that my heart is truthful. It just makes me happy, guys, that I had this type of dream, and I could share with you guys now. I could share with you guys. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Go tell your family, go tell your mom you love them, go tell your sister you love them. Go tell people, just be generous, be kind, you know? Be good to others. I I'm not perfect. I haven't, I came, like I said, my life has I've gone through a lot of things. Maybe, a lot of people have gone through a lot of things. I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I don't want to put myself higher than anybody. I just want to share things with you guys. And I just want to let you know all these dreams or visions and experiences that I'm going through and that I had, and now I can get to talk about them. It's so nice to do that. And it makes me happy, honestly and truthfully. And so I just wanted to share about that with you guys. This year, I don't you guys noticed on my bio, I've been having Revelations 21 through to 22. A new heaven. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. So it just makes me to believe more that there is a heaven, God is real. Jesus Christ is king, and He's coming soon, guys. And the Holy Spirit came upon me to talk about these things and be truthful and spread the gospel. Look at what I'm doing, guys. Have I ever seen myself doing these type of things in my life? No, I never thought that I was gonna be sharing these things ever. But God's grace and glory and power, He did this to me. I'm so happy to share this, guys. I'm so happy to share this,